Scarlett, Elizabeth, Kaipale Manu, Kealoha. That would be what my name will return to once my divorce is final in a few weeks or months. So thanks and gracious and respectfully thanks to a fearsome kingdom on earth. Its name is Saudi Arabia. But in my life here at Hawaii, I have never been respected or so hated or despised. And the enemies are right here in my home, or they were the person who married me, intent just for documentation. But I am thrilled and I'm excited because I'm presenting to Hollywood director Ron Howard my wishes for a sequel to Gone with the Wind, Gone with the Wind 2. It shall be my life story. And the principal actress I seek to play me is Catherine Zeta-Jones. I think should be excellent and perfect. And the principals, Al Pacino, you should be His Majesty King Salman Ibn Abdul Aziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia. And Robert De Niro, you should be the Emir of Kuwait. And more importantly, from the top of my heart, Meryl Streep, you should play a fantastic Hillary Rodham Clinton. Denzel Washington, you should be Barack Hussein Obama, great Manchurian candidate talent. And Clint Eastwood, you should be my father-in-law, Ralph Roland McMasters, Aramco oilman, employee of House of Saud, Saudi Arabia. And Juan Antonio Samara should be played by Antonio Banderas. And Penelope Cruz, embedded in my story, is a love story documented in Spanish society papers of my mother-in-law, Victoria Martinez of Barcelona, España, and the love of her life that she never married, Juan Antonio Salmarach, who should be Antonio Banderas. And Mr. George W. Bush, you should be... Liam Neeson would make a great glorified Mr. George W. Bush. And I planned for Laura Bush, that beautiful, gorgeous Julianne Moore should be Laura Bush. Laura Bush, it's amazing that when you were a First Lady at the White House, it was such a place of sacredness and elegance. That must be you, First Lady Laura Bush. It has to be. An American princess you are, forever. And your father-in-law, President H.W. Bush, King of America, no doubt. Always. Resplendent. Excellent. And George Clooney, you're going to play Satan, Dr. Richard Thomas Gibson, my child psychiatrist. And Richard Gere, you're going to be Richard McMaster, Caesar. So I must be the historical Cleopatra II. I wish. I wish. But this time, Mark Anthony, George Clooney, Dr. Richard Gibson, and Richard Gere, Richard Law McMaster, Caesar, and Satan, they got their party on. And that's why I've always been hanging alone with my dog that I adopted for Silicon Valley Humane Society, Isabel Kahala, who's still doing her angel job, trapping her ex-daddy, my ex-daddy, Richard McMasters, at the rental, the Summerwood at Santa Clara. But Isabel longs to return home to mommy, and that's my Christmas wish, is to have my precious princess, my only child I ever known in this life, and my best friend, Isabel Kahala, my precious Maltese mix, back home to me in my arms. And Misery was portrayed by Kathy Bates. That's Molly Kealoha. And Jennifer Lopez, I want to slate you to play my sister Lisa Tupou. She is emotionally disturbed right now, on the verge of losing her job at Verizon. corporate Honolulu, for criminally conspiring to hurt me. And on. And my best friend at the master's program at Chaminade University, Naipo, shall be Keanu Reeves, and my girlfriend, Akela Ano, educated at UC Santa Cruz and has a degree in biology and a license in acupuncture. She's an amazing, sweet Filipina princess. Lakia, I want Tia Carrera to be you. That'd be awesome. And embedded in my story is Lena Girl and Sam Langi. They're the family of my friend Kana Naipo. You know, Lena, I love your rendition of One Little Christmas Tree, original by Stevie Wonder. How beautiful. So you should sing it in this film. Love your beautiful voice, my love. And so my film thematically will have elements of Pink Panther, James Bond, and Da Vinci Code, and do not forget, confidant of His Majesty, King Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud is my San Jose physician, Dr. Robert Norman, who should become His Majesty's physician, such an excellent, wonderful, professional physician from San Jose, O'Connor Hospital. And it should be Tom Hanks. And that's the elements of the Da Vinci Code theme in my thematic rich Gone with the Wind 2, the sequel, and I want directed by Ron Howard. And all these principles from Hollywood, because it should be a masterpiece. Right out of high school at Kamehameha Schools, I graduated class in 1979. My first choice for college was USC School of Cinematography. So to do this ultimate film project, I've come full circle. I'm a gifted artist. At 18 years old, a hula champion, Mary Monarch winner. It was second place. We were devastated we did not take first, but however, it's very prized to even be on the stage at the Mary Monarch. And the theme for the kahiko that we won was Eva Bird. And the Eva Bird is a sleek black bird called a frigate bird. And it appears like a hang glider. It soars the heights of the heavens. But it's so sleek and it hang glides. It's just like suspended in midair, but so dynamically graceful. And one day, my father Ernest Douglas Kealoha was driving me home to our other hill on the mountain at Honolulu, Pacific Palisades, where their first home was. Injured on the road was a baby Eva bird. So I asked my daddy if I could grab the towel in the car and we could take it home and maybe I could feed it tuna. And it could live in the tool shed and be warmed by the light bulb. And it could grow strong and be released again. So he was so generous, he let me care, and I was only 7 years old. And then I was a student at St. Teresa's, and I attended parochial schools in Honolulu from 1st grade to 8th grade, and by 9th grade I attended the Kamehameha schools. So, as children do, I love games. So as my bird got strong, I'd sit him on the lawn, and I'd run, and he'd run with me. His wings weren't strong enough for him to fly away yet. So daily, I sit him down on the ground and he'd run with me back and forth on the lawn. You do not teach a bird how to fly. It flies on the strength of its own wings, and the wind beneath its wings strengthens it. So he just had to learn how to take off. He needed to be nurtured back to health. And so it was. And then one day, as our usual playtime and running on the lawn with my bird, my beautiful, majestic Eva bird, then he took off. And he's soaring the heights of the heavens above, over me. Perhaps he's the angel that watches over me. I was so thrilled to witness that in my life. I've always loved puppies. My first pet was a caterpillar that became a beautiful monarch butterfly. Now, if you know anything about the cycle of the butterfly, sure, from a larva, caterpillar, and such. But in the chrysalis stage, It must be a hell of adversity. But if you do not enable the butterfly to crack open her chrysalis before its time, because her wings must be strengthened by the act of coming forth from the chrysalis for her to thrive and fly. Because if you do not enable her to go through that final step, she will perish, and she will perish. Such is my life. I've had an odyssey, I've had a journey, and as a cycle of the butterfly, I had my own chrysalis stage that I had to undergo. And now I'm emerged again, strong and beautiful and glorious. Because though people held their breath and wanted to help me and gasp, I'm so thrilled that I came forth on the strength of my own. And there's no limits to what I can become now. And I desire to be the world leader that I am gifted to be, to deposit into the lives of children and to be a light to the world with my deep abiding love that never ends and a forgiveness in my heart that's so abundant that it has healed me. And I want to continue my work gracefully and majestically. God bless you.